at the time against a brutal murder of their compatriots, and the way that internment, no thanks. Mass internment, no thanks. China's lies are plain to see. Uyghur people are not free. China's lies are plain to see. Uyghur people are not free.
Of the Uyghur massacre, the extrajudicial arrest and extrajudicial killing should have been a wake-up call. Many there are.
From mosques, the forced relocation of the entire people as slave labour moved across China, and the renaming of their ancient ancestral homeland as Xinjiang.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Refugees are welcome here.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Refugees are welcome here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No more.
6, 7, 8.
We condemn the Chinese state.
Flee as they must by any means necessary. They want to condemn them and strip them of their rights to enter in so-called illegally. And now they are trying to deport and hold them in offshore prison camps while they find ways to deport them back to the country persecuting them. So if you were a refugee from the prison camps in East Turkestan, or a refugee from the bombardment of civilians in Kurdistan or Palestine, you would arrive here and be forced. Sorry, that was the 29th.
I just came out to show my support to the Uyghurs that have been under persecution for, people think it's only been for the last few years. It's actually been for like decades and decades. And I think it's important specifically for even the Uyghur diaspora that's here to remember that the Muslims here stand with you. It's not only just demonstrating protesting against the Chinese government, but to also show them like there's a support network here. It's kind of unfortunate to see a lot of non-Muslims here compared to the ratio of Muslims here. Alhamdulillah, there's a lot of Muslims here, of course, but you need to show them as well that the Muslims, stand for Palestine, stand for all these other causes, but you need to also show that we stand for you as well. And you have to show your support, man. I think it went good. I think it went well. Especially when the rain came, there wasn't like people fleeing away. People stayed. So the turnout isn't as big as the previous days and previous times I've been here. But regardless, there was a group of people here, and there's a few people from other communities like Tibetan community and Mongolians and the Falun Gong. So it's still Gujarat. I do sense some momentum over the last couple of years particularly, so I expect that momentum to grow and continue. But specifically in terms of concrete results, I don't know. It really depends on people like me and you and even people watching this. Like email your MP, tell a friend, tell another friend, anyone that comes out about Palestine or anyone comes out about any other issue. You insert the Uyghur issue there as well. It's all contingent on how many people actually draw their resources together, or actually I say the opposite. Boycott China. So I don't know, but with the momentum, I'm hoping at least that it's going to become more of a mainstream issue and not just something on like the third page or the fourth page of a newspaper, or even sometimes there's some news outlets not even there at all. So I don't know, slightly optimistic, but at the same time, it's just we need more momentum, honestly.
It's only really started kicking off. Yeah. it's a very teaching issue because the opposition is especially so that's like those.
So I am Rahima Mahmood. I am the UK Project Director of the World Uyghur Congress and the Executive Director of Stop Uyghur Genocide campaign here in the UK. I also serve as advisor to the Interparliamentarian Alliance of China. I'm a human rights activist and I'm a singer, musician. I wear many different hats, but my main focus is as being Uyghur, persecuted people in East Turkestan. So I'm one of the leading person standing against China's rule. Today is a very special day, July 5th, 2009. We call Urumqi Massacre, a very peaceful protest led by the Xinjiang University students demanding the accountability of the Chinese hooligans that killed many Uyghurs in Chinese province toy factory, Shaogan's factory, and that was met by military and police crackdown, and that crackdown continued for months, detaining thousands of Uyghurs, majority of them up until now disappeared. So every year, 5th of July, we commemorate the July 5th. Those who died and detained also disappeared. July 5th, 2009 was a turning point of from the oppression, persecution, then changed to now what is happening, the genocidal policies. So after the July 5th massacre, that peaceful demonstration, Chinese government introduced extrajudicial killing, extrajudicial arrests. And by 2014, they started to build concentration camps. In 2017, from April, mass detaining Uyghurs. And up until now, we believe over 3 million Uyghurs and other Muslims are detained in these concentration camps. The China call it re-education camps. And we know the over a million Uyghurs and other Muslim minorities are forced into slave labor, and the millions of children taken to state-run orphanages. It's like prison-like orphanages, and sterilization, birth control, trying to completely destroy the Uyghur culture, identity, and stopping Uyghurs from practicing religion and speaking our own language and practice our culture. And therefore, at the moment now, the UK government, the parliament, declared this as a genocide in April, and in total there are 7 country parliaments and also US government, previous administration, Trump and the Biden administration, all declared this as genocide that is ongoing, and also the biggest internment since the Holocaust. So therefore we are trying all different kind of way to raise awareness and protest. Every year there are many different dates that we commemorate, that also using all different platforms to raise awareness, and a campaign within the government and a grassroots campaign, Stop Uyghur Genocide, that I am leading. It's a cross-party, cross-community campaign group formed of many different communities, very strong Jewish support and Muslim brothers and sisters, their support, also Christian. So at the moment we are building more allies, and as you can see, the more news in the media, but we still need the governments to take practical action. So we have to do a lot more work to, put pressure on the government to, for example, we are asking diplomatic boycott of Beijing 2022 Olympic Games, and we have many other petitions and other also against forced labor, importation ban on forced goods. So we're working very hard to try to raise awareness on this issue. And I myself, I lost contact with my family in January 2017. Over 4 years now. I'm not the only one. I'm just one of the many Uyghurs living in exile who lost, forcibly cut off from families. So I don't know what happened to my siblings. And many of my friends who are in a kind of similar position, who are well-known activists like myself, and the news that they have, most of them, like up to 30 members of the families, extended families, are locked up in concentration camps or given long-term prison sentence. So at the moment, this issue is one of the biggest human rights atrocities that is happening in the 21st century.